corruption? Is it a law of nature? What people call virtue, is it just an outfit, a costume worn for Sunday mask? Every other day we return home and watch life pass us by.
Dad?
And we, the old philosophers of the world, what strides have we made for men's souls in the last years? What right do I have to pass my time dying quietly among my books and papers?
Dad.
People are so good at talking about change and how to do it, but individuals are honestly useless when it comes to doing anything. And why do people spend so much time focusing on the world around them and problems they have no solution for when they have personal problems to solve?
Dad?
Dad?
Evil is far from unchanging. In a single line, we have the power to rouse the people and spark change. Our democratic republic, restoration of our laws, our rights, our dignity.
Dad, I saw on the news that 10 more people were arrested. Even old man Tom.
And poor Maffio, you've seen how the news has been treating his sister after her arrest. You know they've outlawed mass protests recently? That was Salvati's doing.
Salvati. Yeah, it was him. You know he's been trying to get re-elected this year? He's been cutthroat. He tweeted about it last night.
He tweeted about it? Did he tweet about you?
It was nothing. He added me in a thread. I ignored it.
What did he tweet?
It doesn't even matter. If you want to see it so bad, just pull it up yourself.
Just tell me, even if it doesn't matter. He's an asshole. He talked about you?
Piero, no.
Louisa, just tell me what shit he spewed, since that's all he does.
Kids, please.
I know something's wrong. My imagination's already filling in the blanks, so what did he say?
He followed me into Lululemon on his live stream.
He followed you?
And he said he wanted to Netflix and chill.
Netflix and chill with you?
Yeah, and his followers were supporting him. They were talking about how women don't like real men nowadays or something, and how I need a high-value alpha male. My DMs have been blowing up. Half of it's stuff about how I should be lucky that he noticed me or something. The other half says I asked for it.
Oh my god, look at this shit. What?
I called him out on his BS, as any woman would, but then Lorenzo distracted him.
Lorenzo, you're lucky he didn't attack you too.
I came and found you, then we left. It's not a big deal.
Salviati.
I shouldn't have told him, Dad. I knew he'd blow the whole thing out of proportion. It's really not a big deal.
Oh, I'll teach that dog a lesson.
Piero, no. You're a hothead. You jump to conclusions when you need to step back and be reasonable. Are you going to let that guy provoke you? That makes you no better than him.
No better than him. He's corrupt. He uses his power specifically to take advantage of women, of Louisa, and you know it. Our family isn't cowardly. Are we really going to let him get away with this?
Be the bigger person, Piero. Don't sink to his level. If you want to go out and do something stupid, sure, but then you're at fault for whatever happens. This will work itself out without you getting yourself into trouble.
Look, our democracy should be just that, a democracy. Our country needs us. We can't let him be in power. Are we just going to stay passive?
I understand that you want change and you want it now, but you need to be reasonable. These protests are dangerous, and in the end, they're not changing anything. You need to stick to reason. Have your opinions. Vote. Campaign for the good candidates. It's all still action. But putting yourself on the front line for this is wrong. It's just going to get you hurt.
What sort of action is sitting around and waiting? We can make a difference now. I can make a difference now.
Piero, we need to be careful. Think for once. I know you want your revenge or whatever, but this is dangerous and you know it. You've seen the news. So many people are getting hurt and sent to jail.
I don't care. If they think we'll let ourselves be walked on and not do anything about it, they have another thing coming. They don't listen. You've seen the current office, the current laws, how they keep dragging their feet on important issues until some rich white men get their way. This country runs on trust fund nepo babies and misogynists like Salvati. We have no say anymore.
Do you think they'll listen if you're throwing bricks through windows and burning stuff down? That kind of behavior is devaluing your cause. No one will take you seriously and no change will happen. I agree with you. Things are bad. But what you're suggesting is worse.
What's most important is that Salvati is gone. That stain on society has to be wiped out, and then he can't target you anymore.
Look, I get it, but...
Luisa, it's the only way. Salvati needs to go.
Don't be stupid, Piero. I can file a restraining order. I can go to court. There are other ways to react to this. Ways that won't get you sent to jail.
I'm not about to let assholes post...
The posts are from a bunch of pig-headed idiots who I couldn't give less of a shit about. Putting yourself at risk over a handful of hate comments, now that's... Well, food's ready.
All right, let's eat before dinner gets cold. And I don't want to hear any more of this. Come on, Piero.